In this video, I'm going to share with you how to overcome the 5 most common objections in sales within the lawn care industry. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Sam Gustin. I am the founder and co-owner of Troops Mowing. We are a residential lawn care company in Round Rock, Texas, and we are set to do around $1.6 million in revenue in 2025. One of my tasks this year is strategy and sales. Sales has always been a passion of mine. So what I'm going to share with you today is how to overcome the 5 most common objections that I hear in my business for lawn care sales. The most common objection that I hear in lawn care is the other company is cheaper. First, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to acknowledge and redirect the customer. So you can say, hey, I totally get you wanting to get the best price, Mrs. Jones. I can't blame you at all for that. However, it is my belief that cheaper is not always better. Would you agree? You're always going to try to end something with a question. You're going to want to try to end something with a controversial statement. You're really wanting to get them off guard, because a lot of times people calling in sales, they think that they're in control. So as soon as you can take control over that call, the better that you're going to be. What you're going to want to do after acknowledging and redirecting them is you're going to want to highlight your unique value. So you can say, hey, many companies come in cheap, but they end up cutting corners. They end up not showing up at all. Where we are different is we show up on time, every time, and always deliver the perfect cut with the quality guaranteed. And so you're going to want to have a service guarantee, because you can leverage that on sales calls if you want to start increasing your value. We have a thing called a double money back guarantee, and we can leverage that anytime we need to in sales calls. You can then flip the risk for this common objection. You can say, would you rather pay a little bit more in choosing our company and have peace of mind, or would you rather roll the dice and risk getting a company who is going to cut corners, who might never show up, and if they do show up, they damage your property, ultimately leaving you financially liable? Leveraging those 3 ways is the best way that I've seen to overcome the other company is cheaper. The second most common objection that we receive is your price is too high. What you're going to want to do here is you first want to acknowledge the customer, and then you want to ask a clarifying question. So you can say, hey, I totally understand you wanting to get the best deal. If you don't mind me asking, are you comparing our prices with another company, or is this price just higher than you expected? If they say that they are comparing our price with another company, go back to the first objection of the other company is cheaper. But if they are saying that the price is higher than they expected, you can, reframe the value and then double down on your service guarantee. What you can say is, hey, I get it. Our price is certainly not the cheapest. And that's intentional, because our quality is not the cheapest either. Our priority, outside of building a lasting professional relationship with you and your family, Mrs. Jones, is to make sure that you are having the absolute best lawn mowing service week in and week out. I'll tell you what, if you don't like this service from us, I'm going to personally come back to your property and redo it at no extra cost to you. And if you are still not happy, I'm going to pay a competitor of ours to come to your property and fix it for me. Therefore, no matter what, you are going to get the best quality service that you deserve and that you paid for. We take debit or credit. So you can always end with this or that. Don't have it end with a yes or no. The third most common objection that we get is, I need to talk to my spouse. This one has tripped me up for a little bit, and I've had different strategies that I've used in the past. But what I've found the best way to overcome this objection is you need to flip the script. So what you can say to this person is, quick question. If it were your spouse giving me a call right now and they ended up signing up for the lawn mowing service, and they either called you or they were talking to you at dinner, and they said, hey, I signed up for the most amazing lawn mowing service that this city has to offer. They are affordable and reliable. I got signed up, and it's going to allow us to spend more time together as a family. If they shared that information with you, would you be extremely upset and angry at them, or would you be grateful that they took this off of your plate? If you went that route in overcoming that sales objection, you're kind of diffusing the situation. You're kind of allowing them to put themselves on their spouse's shoes. Like, just handle the issue. Get the mowing service scheduled. At the end of the day, and you could, this isn't in my notes, but you could kind of go this route if you also wanted to. You could say, at the end of the day, we're not asking to reshingle your roof. It's not going to be an insurance claim. It's not going to be this huge high ticket value. It's a $50 lawn mowing service. Do you want to spend half of your dinner talking about should we go with this lawn mowing service? Or do you just want to be the hero of your house and handle this for your spouse? Hey, if it rhymes, you can close the deal. That's not proven, but I like to rhyme things. I like to make things funny. So that is how you overcome the talking to spouse objection. The fourth most common objection that we get is, I can't afford it right now. There's two different closes that you can leverage to overcome this sales objection. The first one is the cost versus consequence close, or the cost versus consequence reframe. You can say, hey, totally understandable. Budgeting is important. But let me ask you this. What is the real cost of not having your lawn serviced? You have a time cost. How much time is it going to take you to go out there and mow your lawn once a week? And what is your time worth? Additionally, there's the stress cost. If you're out, if you pull up to your property at the end of a long day at work and you just do not want to deal with it, and you see that your lawn is getting overgrown, that's going to add some more stress to your plate. Is that worth saving just a few dollars per month? So that would be the cost versus consequence close. That's very powerful, and I think that's primarily the one that we use to overcome this objection. The second close that we use to overcome the I can't afford it right now objection is to use the future you close. This is what that sounds like. Mrs. Jones, if I were to call you 1 month from today and your lawn is overgrown, the HOA has already issued you a notice and threatening to fine you, and you are spending your much deserved time off on the weekends mowing a lawn in the heat of Texas, would you have wished you would have just signed up for the mowing service today? And then just be quiet, let them answer. Both are pretty powerful. So the cost versus consequence reframe and the future you close are very powerful to overcome the I can't afford it right now sales objection. Last but not least, one of the most common objections that we receive is the I will think about it objection. What I have learned about this objection is that they have an underlying objection that they are not sharing with you. And it is your mission to uncover that underlying objection. So there's one way that you can easily do that, and that is by making them justify their answer. And so you could say, Mrs. Jones, I hear you, but quick question. What is the number one thing that you need to figure out in order for you to make this decision of choosing us as your lawn care provider? Let them answer. They're gonna probably tell you it's price, they're probably gonna tell you other companies cheaper, probably gonna tell you have to talk to a spouse, etc. But we've already covered how to overcome all those objections. So if you get the I will think about it objection, 9 times out of 10, there's another objection they're just not sharing with you. The other way that you can overcome the I will think about it objection is to use 2 different closes but jammed into one. So you can use the thinking about it won't change anything close in conjunction with the one decision away close. Here's what that sounds like. I hear you, Mrs. Jones, I hear you, but let's be real. Whether you think about it for a day, for a week, for a year, your lawn is still going to need to be serviced. You are just one decision away from redeeming your time and getting your weekends back. And if I'm honest with you, Mrs. Jones, a lot of our customers don't brag about the perfect mowing service. They love us because they are redeeming their time and getting to dedicate precious moments back with their family. And so with you just being one decision away, let's just take that off the table and let's make sure that we can get you serviced. I have a Tuesday or Thursday available this week. Which one works best for you? That is how you overcome the 5 most common sales objections in the lawn care and landscaping industry. I hope this has helped you. I want to let you know that I'm offering coaching services for people that want to scale their lawn care company from around 250,000 all the way past $1 million. So if you're anywhere within that revenue range, please click the link below in the description or send me an email at samgustoncoaching@gmail.com, and I would love to set up a call with you to see if we are a good fit. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could do me a favor and like and subscribe, it helps my small and growing channel out a ton. Thank you.